Hello, Charlene here, and today I have a super special guest. Tarzan is going to join us, the email boss, and she is going to share with you some really great tips about why email is so important. Even though you're using LinkedIn and you want to find your clients on LinkedIn, you still need email, and we're going to show you and I'm going to share with you with Tarzan why that's so important. Hello, Tarzan. How are you today?
Hey, Charlene, I'm so impressed by the tech of this live, like that countdown timer, this music. I'm excited.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for being here and thanks for joining me. And so, why don't you share with my audience who is very heavy in finding their clients on LinkedIn, but why
Hmm.
email is also important, even if you're going to use a social media strategy. So, why are you so obsessed with email marketing? And do you think it's out of date because people are really focusing on sort of social?
Yeah, well, I think social is important. I always wish that I did more of it myself. However, I built my business entirely on email marketing. I actually didn't even add social until a few years until I had some help. So yeah, it's kind of old school. And also, is something that everybody has. And there's some interesting stats around email marketing, but one of them is like 90 every single day. And for most people, it's the first thing they do in the morning. And for many people, they're checking it up to 20 times a day. Like your people are in there all the time. And they're also in there in kind of a different headspace than they are on social media. Like I go on social media for a break, to learn things, to be entertained. My inbox is where the work happens. And so that's one thing that I love about email. It's also just as a platform, it's reliable. The numbers are predictable. I know that no one's going to come and change the algorithm on me. And then suddenly, instead of reaching all of my email subscribers, I'm suddenly only reaching 10% of them. So that's one of the most common arguments that people come back to about email marketing is you actually own that list of people. You can take it, you can do things to improve your deliverability. Like you actually just have a lot more control than other platforms. And what I love the most about email is that for me, it feels like a really intimate space. Like there's something different about being in someone's inbox. And when they hit reply and they start a conversation, there's a really deep opportunity for relationship building there. And that's what I love about
Mhm.
email.
Yeah, definitely. That is really interesting. And I am going to, after Tarzan leaves, I'm going to show you how to actually use your LinkedIn profile to get people into your list and into your email, because that was one of the big mistakes that a lot of people make is they spend all their time shoving people through the top of the funnel into the
Mm.
list, but then they never do anything with the list. And that was a big mistake for me in that for over a year, I was kind of grouchily saying like nobody's buying my stuff, and yet I had a list of over 300 people I never bothered to nurture or take care of. And so Tarzan is going to be able to help you with that because she really helped me turn around my nurture. And now I really focus on the nurture of my list even more so than social. So a lot of people in my audience don't have a very big list. And so they wonder, is it worth it to even spend time in trying to build up the list and to email, if I only have a tiny list of 300 people and keep nurturing them?
Yeah. Okay. So something that I just want to say before I get into that, to your previous question, because you said something that reminded me. The thing about social is, and a lot of the things that we do in marketing is they are there to feed your email list. So all of that stuff that's happening on LinkedIn, like this is incredibly important. And the place where you're most likely to actually turn those people into customers is through your email marketing over here. So that's really like that's what I love about email is it's sort of the spine of the business and everything else kind of attaches onto it.
Mhm.
And in terms of like when is it worth it? How many subscribers do you need for it to be worth it? I really think you brought up a good point in that there's like a lot of business education, a lot of programs teach like you have to build your list, you have to build your list. However, You also have to nurture your list. Like from day one, list building without list nurturing is futile. Like people forget, who are you again? Why did I sign up to this? I don't know who this person is. So really, like from day one, from the first subscriber, ideally, that's when you start nurturing them. And what's actually nice, kind of freeing about that is if you don't have thousands of subscribers, like it's low pressure. And that time when you are building your email list, you're also learning how to be an email marketer. You're finding your voice. Like, what do you want your emails to be about? What is the value proposition of your email newsletter? Like, that's really an opportunity to figure those things out when there's not so many people watching. And it does take time. So, that's why I would say, like, right away from day one. And in terms of like when you actually are going to see return on investment, well, that sometimes can take a bit of time. However, you want to have a well-nurtured email list when you're actually in that moment where the turnaround time can be really fast in terms of making money from your email list, but it's not fast if you haven't nurtured them. So just as an example, like in my early days in business, I remember I was unexpectedly pregnant and I was trying to figure out how I was going to go on maternity leave because my partner was a stay-at-home dad. So I was like, well, shit, how am I going to do this? And I thought, okay, like what if I do a small promo to my email list? And I had been nurturing them for a year. And for the first time, I made an offer. And within a couple days, I had booked a bunch of new clients and booked a bunch of revenue. Like that, the turnaround time can be really fast. However, it only works that way if you're continuously nurturing. And that the same is true whether you have 10 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And I think we don't, from the beginning, many of us think it's not worth it when you just have a few, but it's just the same as I talk a lot about live streaming as well, even with a few people who show up. And because we have the recording, you don't know how many missed opportunities you can have. If this video has 300 views and you didn't bother to really nurture them or speak to them, you kind of lost 300 opportunities to really get in touch with them. And so you have a very special workshop series coming up. You want to tell us a bit more about that?
Yes. So we start on Thursday, May 26th, which is next Thursday. And it's a 3-part series of email workshops. The first workshop is all about your welcome sequence. And that's really for those of you that are just getting started and you're not quite sure what you're doing with your email list. That's going to be a really helpful workshop because we're talking about finding the value proposition of your newsletter. What's it actually going to be about? What's going to make it different from other people in your space? What do you uniquely have to contribute? And then from there, what needs to, like, you know, how do you need to introduce people to what you're doing on your email list? So that's the first one. And then we're also going to do a workshop on story-driven promo emails. So in my business, and part of the reason why I find email marketing so much fun is that it's really story driven. My subscribers love my emails and stay on my email list for years and years and years because they're highly entertaining and full of stories. You know, when you're open it, you're going to get something interesting, something that's going to pull you in. So we're going to talk about how to do that, how to pull out stories and how to make them actually relevant to your audience. And then thirdly, we'll do a workshop on metrics for email marketers. So basically, what to look out for right from the beginning so you know what's working and you know what needs tweaking. So it's a 3-part series starting on Thursday, and it's like informal where we're gonna learn together, and you'll go away with swipe copy and lots of fun things to get you going on your email marketing.
Yay! I'm actually really excited, even though I'm already in your program. I love all your workshops. I'm actually already signed up. I will be there
Right
because
on.
Tarzan always gives tons of value. You always learn something. And even if you've probably heard it before, you probably need to hear it again. It takes quite a while for it to kind of sink in. So come and check out the 3 email workshop series. And I will be dropping the link down below for you all. It is free. So come. It is coming up next week, and I'm super excited. And I know Tarzan is having a super busy day, so I'll let you jump off so that you can hop to your next event or what you have going on for. Oops, sorry. There we go. Let's go back to that. There we go. I'll let you guys say bye first. And stay on, because I'm going to show you how you can use LinkedIn to drive to your email list and then grab Tarzan's workshop series so you can know what to do with those people when they get to your email list. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for
Brilliant.
coming.
Thank you so much, Charlene.
You're welcome. So, where are you going to drive those people on LinkedIn? If you don't have a list or you're trying to grow your list on LinkedIn, there is a primo spot, which is the most expensive real estate, I say, on your LinkedIn profile that most people are kind of not really utilizing. And it is the primo spot for you to actually drive people to your email list. And how many people can you get to your email list? Well, I will share with you that in just a minute. First, let's take a look at where that is. That is, oh my goodness, all my messages, close that up. There we go. At the very top, that banner, which I know is very small font right now, and there's a bit of text there, but you can see that big down arrow, and that's driving down to my featured section. And in that featured section is, let's grab this back up, where you can drive people to your free gift or lead magnet, as we call it, which puts them into your list. That's right here. And I have all of these are actually ways for people to essentially get into my list. I'm giving different types of free gifts. And I, of course, don't showcase all of these in the banner. In the banner, I really just drive to one and I test it and I see which one really performs well. So I put the banner up there, I change the copy quite frequently, and I try to get that to become really high converting. And I really test that lead magnet to see how many people will come. Now, remember, this is cold traffic. People coming in from LinkedIn are kind of looky-loos, or you can call them window shoppers. They really aren't that serious. And so getting them to not only pay attention to that banner, take the action to go down, scroll down to the featured section, click on the first box where that free gift is, and then get them to sign up. That's a lot of hoops. And I know it can seem very difficult, but it's actually very possible. Because for me, if you are able to really tune that copy on your banner there, so the wording, the message that you have really entices your particular niche about something that you're trying to help them solve, the problem that help them solve, and that lead magnet gives them just a little taste to help get them on your list, you will be surprised. My lead magnet currently converts at about 50%, and that's really high for cold traffic. Right now, and I don't drive a lot of traffic, as you can see, I have a very small following, and I don't have a very big, volume of traffic moving through LinkedIn on a daily basis. However, I can still get 5 people a week at least to get onto my list from LinkedIn. And I know because I have a specific URL that goes only to that lead magnet from LinkedIn. So I know exactly how many people are coming in. And 5 people kind of on autopilot is really nice. That means 25 people a month. And as my followership grows, and that will grow as well, are going in my list week after week, month after month, and I'm not really doing much, to be honest. So if you want to get more leads to your list, then I highly recommend that you optimize that banner up above on your profile. Don't waste that very expensive real estate. It is very, very valuable. And again, if you are thinking about what to do once you've got them on your list, then please come over and check out Tarzan's email workshops. It's coming up. It's free. There's 3 next week, and I will even be there because trust me, you will be amazed at what you can learn and the value that you're going to get. And I will drop the link down below. And if you want to check out my free lead magnet, that will be up above. See you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.